what I'd like to start with today is a discussion of the language of the trickster, which is maybe not what we traditionally think of when we think of the trickster's transgression, but because all trickster tales do involve some sort of either deceptive or at least humorous language, the way that the trickster plays at the boundaries of language is very important in understanding his transgressive acts. And I'm saying his here continuously because the characters that I did examine are all male. And most trickster figures do tend to be male. There are female tricksters, but I would say the majority are male. So when I refer to the trickster, I'm going to continue to be using the male pronoun. And the three ways that the trickster plays with language, at least the three ways that I looked at, as you can see here. The first one, very straightforward, being lying. And what I'm going to do from here on out, because I don't have a lot of time, is I'm going to try to focus on the stories, the tales themselves, as an illustration of the points that I want to talk about. In terms of power, there are many tales where the trickster faces off against a patrolman who is a fearsome figure who can throw them in jail, where they break curfew and they have to get out of that by saying something ridiculous or deceiving the patrolman in one way or another. Or they have to go to the bathroom and they can't find any facilities around, so they take a dump at the side of the road and then cover it with a hat and tell the patrolman that they've caught a bird underneath the hat. So watch it for them while they go and get a cage, and then they run off, leaving the patrolman looking after a steaming pile of dung. The thing to note about these particular tales is that even though he deceives the rich and the high in status and the strong, he is not actually a hero of the downtrodden, because he acts completely selfishly, and he is what I like to call an equal opportunity deceiver. So in the case of Hakjung, for example, he's deceiving the weak and those who are on the very bottom rungs of society. In a lot of other world trickster tales, the trickster is presented as a buffoon. For example, especially in North American, Native American trickster tales, he often fails. And the Korean trickster, on the other hand, fails very rarely. Almost all of his tales are successful. So why is this the case? And unlike cultures where the trickster is presented as a buffoon, in Korea, the trickster has enemies on a social level. So the fact that he never loses against these enemies shows us that these tales are sort of an expression of discontent against the existing social order, and the trickster is sort of an attack on that social order.